Imagination is a lovely quicksand without will to govern it. Silver alone will not suffice. It must have a purpose. It must be alloyed with gold. Alone our fantasies become a dismal opium, unhappy masturbations, the unfinished screenplay, the abandoned goal, a quagmire of sour fancy. Raised from mud to moon, we find we think, dream, have a personality. We start to wonder who this we is. Looking up, we squint into mysterious brilliance. We can't rest here. The DNA coil that we are snakes up through time, not space alone. Its tail drags in the plankton black of what we were. Its head strikes up at what we will be. Matter becomes aware, and then aware that it's aware of mind. Next, in a universe of information, we glimpse meaning, glimpse a core of essence, we deduce a soul. This holy shimmer of significance is what is missing in Rossetti's poems after Lizzie Siddal's death, was there in those he buried with her, burning in each line, the ghostly, unrecoverable flame of art. Art, a fire ungraspable, cannot be shammed. It must be true, and more than this, be truth itself, a blood of light at meaning's heart. Art is the highest, the most rarefied of human works, and the most arduous. Beauty is easily imagined, but its realization will require a greater faculty, require long yards of golden toil. This path is steep. Hand over hand, we clamber upwards on the burnished chain of difficult ideas our snaking ladder has become, towards a lucent stratosphere. Dream and determination must be wedded if the summit is to be achieved. The different metals of the sun and moon must plait together in a flawless braid. Our silver and our gold, one with the other, must be tempered, must become each other. Blood and gluten are exchanged as the white eagle trades its hue with the red lion. This is sex and transformation. This is alchemy, this uphill climb out of the squalls of personality that we believe ourselves to be, into the essence that we know we are. As we ascend, our personal atmospheres begin to clarify. Fogs burned away by sun. The things we think we are dissolve. Our edges melt into the escalating brilliance. Our names fall from us like abandoned overcoats, along with all the habits, guilts and quarrels we have sewn like bricks into the hem, too hot and heavy for these altitudes. In mounting warmth, we strip away the underwear of our identity. Blushing and giggling, we pull our genders down around our ankles, and then naked, we climb on. The he and she of us become a limitation to our pleasure, sloughs away in favour of a more erotic possibility, the limitlessly horny intimacy, if we could become each other. The bright, distinctive clothing of ourselves torn off, discarded in a careless heap, the staid and separate restraints of us abandoned in the urgent thrill of I. Male and female intertwined in a caduceus squirm, silver and gold fused in a dazzling metallurgic coitus. After the chemic wedding comes the chemic orgy. Sun marries moon, the fantasy is tempered in the deed. Rossetti brings another vision to completion. Frida Harris finishes the serpents on the skirts of art. This sensuous rhythmic pouring from one vessel to another, a cascade between the mind and soul, between our individual brush fires and the single blaze of self. Art, in the human truth of it, touches the universal. Seeing art, we recognize a thought we had but could not utter, are made less alone. The eerie sense that there's just one of us. As species or as individual, these are our only stairs. No route save up into the brilliant haze. From past to future, every instant is a rung that we shall never tread again. In soul, dead matter is redeemed, mute loam revealed as a receptacle of meaning, deathless information endlessly reflecting in a stainless glass, and up, hand over hand along our shining fetter, up from flesh nailed by 4 points to matter, we are resurrected as a bliss of weightless code, a steam of language. It's April 10th, a church bell's reach from Easter. Cromwell, Lizzie Siddle, all of us, dragged from the vaults of earth to see the sun again. And in its shining, we remember what we are, and by its waking rays, see what we've done while we have been asleep. And oh God, whose is all this blood? As species or as individual, we approach the moment when the lights go on, the point of comprehension and of revelation, of apocalypse. The sum of human information doubles ever faster, every 15 months and counting. The reaction at the core of us tips over into critical. Our crisis is approaching. Though it may be in the late Victorian pornographic sense, pulse racing, human history convulses, nearing orgasm. Keep climbing, up into lucidity, the world below monstrously visible from here. All our cathedrals, our rape camps and our crematoria. Don't cry, my love, keep climbing. We are each other, are the dead and living. We are Arthur Machen, and the odd thing is that when our wife died, it was we who went to heaven. We are Dante Gabriel Rossetti as they jemmy back the damp pine lid, and on the greening bones her hair like gorse fire still. And we will never write again. Don't fall. It seems we've struggled for so long, we've trampled on the backs of apes to clutch the muddied hems of angels. Don't let go, don't slip, don't falter. Now the meter of our feet grows swifter on the rungs. Keep rising, up into the snow-blind glare. This is sex, this is alchemy. The rhythms in the loins and in the crucible become identical, start slow and finish fast. Golds and silvers stirred together, mind and motive, force and fancy, male and female, smelted to sublime hermaphrodite. We lift into the pulse and pour, into the fuse and flow, into the day. And it is now, and we are by this heat distilled, and it is now forever. And we step out in the white-hot streets of Sion, and in their radiance, we know ourselves.